Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we will study the four main types of the memory in a Cisco router and what each one does. So this is essential for anyone who are studying the CCNA or getting started with the networking. So let's dive into it. So as I mentioned, there are four types of the memory in a Cisco router. First one is a RAM, second one is a NVRAM, third one is a flash memory, and fourth one is a ROM. So first of all, RAM. RAM stands for random access memory and means it stores the running configuration, whatever configuration we are doing in the router in the configuration mode. So that's configuration gets stores into the running configuration. Also, it holds the routing table, ARP table, and some of the active processes. And but one thing you need to remember, this RAM is a volatile, means the data gets erased when the router is rebooted. So it's also called as a temporary memory, means whenever the router gets rebooted, the data gets lost. So that's why it is called as a short-term memory. If you want to see through topology, so I have one simple network diagram, and in this I will show there is one router. Suppose in the CLI mode, if we do any kind of the configuration, for example, I will do first of all go into the configuration mode, and here I will do some basic configuration like first of all I will give the name host name. Suppose this is a Mumbai router, so I will give host name as a Mumbai. Then I will give some interface. So this interface is GIG 000. So I will add the interface GIG 0/0/0, and the IP address on this interface is 192.168.1.1, and the subnet mask as this is a class C. So this will come as a 255.255.255.0, and I will give the no shut command of the interface. Okay, so I have done some configuration, and one more thing, I will also give some uh, secret password for a router. So suppose I will give enable secret, and suppose Cisco 123 is our secret password. So this is our configuration, and this configuration currently is in the running as a running configuration. And what's happened? Suppose router gets rebooted or power gets off, then will this configuration remains or lost? Let's check it out. I have not saved this configuration, so just I'm just doing the power off and power on. So you can see in the zoom in option there is a power on off button. So right now it is in power on mode. So I'm just power off the router, and I will again power on the router, and again we'll go to the CLI mode, and we will see whether our configuration is stored or gets removed. So it right now it is rebooting. So rebooting is done. So we will again go into the uh, privilege mode. So initially we have set some password for a router. So let's see if it is asking the password or not. So you can see it is not asking any password. If I go into the configuration uh, terminal mode, if we are easily able to go into the configuration mode, means if we want to check our configuration, means I have done the host name, and also I have said one I have added the interface. So let's check it out if the interface and our configuration is there or not. So I will just give one command show run. So you can see this will show our whole configuration. I have done, we have given the earlier name as a host name Mumbai, but you can see here the name is showing is different as a host name as a router, means our configuration does not get saved. Okay, and also I have add the interfaces about interface GIG 000. So let's see if it is there or not. So you can see on interface gigabyte 000, nothing is showing, no IP address is showing, means our interface also not gets added. So in this way, we can confirm that our configuration does not get saved in a RAM. So as this is a temporary memory, so this is a configuration gets what we are doing. This is the start. This is the running configuration. Okay. And what if we just our save the configuration? Means second type that we will study, that is the NVRAM. So NVRAM stands for non-volatile RAM. So it basically stores the startup configuration, means whatever configuration we are doing, so it gets stored, means the data does not get erased, even the router gets rebooted or even power gets off or even if again power comes, so data remains, it does not get removed. So for that we just have to give one command to save our configuration into the NVRAM. So that is copy running config startup config, or one another also one command we are giving, that is write, okay, or WR. So just I will show here in a Cisco packet tracer. So I will again go to the router and I'm again just adding the host name here. Right now you can see there is no host name. It is showing router because I already given the Mumbai router and also the interface, and also the password is also not showing. So now I will just again give the add the configuration, and this time I will save the configuration. So let's see what happens, whether it is saved or not. So I will again go into the configuration terminal mode, and I will give the host name as a suppose Mumbai router, and I will add the interface suppose GIG 0/0/0, and I will add the interface as a 192.168.1.1, and subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and I will give no shut command, and suppose I will also give in a secret password, so enable secret Cisco 123. Okay, so now I will, this is the configuration as of now into the running configuration mode. So once I save the configuration, it will go into the startup configuration mode. So to save the configuration, I will give the command as a write. Okay, and press enter. So first of all, saving the configuration, I have to go back into the privilege mode. So just exit, and here give the write command. So you can see this is the building the configuration, means our configuration gets saved. So now suppose uh, I I want to check again this configuration. So I will give the command suppose show run. So you can see our host name that we have given Mumbai, it is saved. Also I have given some interfaces. Okay, so you can see our interfaces also gets added. It does not get erased on this Giga Ethernet 000. IP address is saved. Okay, and it's also should ask a password. If I just exit, and I will again try to log in. Okay, you can see it is asking the password. We have given the password as a Cisco 123. So you can see I am it is asking the password, and I am able to go into the configuration mode. If suppose I try to just power off the router and even again power on, and I'm if router gets rebooted again, then also the configuration does not get removed. It's stored into the as a NVRAM. So let's see once again. So I'm again going into the privilege mode. So you can see the password is asking. So I will give the password as a Cisco 123. Okay, I am able to go into the privilege mode. I will check again by show run command our configuration. So you can see our host name is also showing as a Mumbai, and our interfaces which we added. on gigabit ethernet 000, that is also showing. So in this way we can confirm that our configuration gets stored into the NVRAM. Okay. Third one, third type, that is the flash memory. Means it basically stores the iOS file images, and basically it stores the iOS, means inter-network operating system. And this flash memory also non-volatile, means it can store the multiple iOS images, and it is a rewritable memory. So whenever router gets booted, so the router loads this iOS from flash into the RAM. If you want to check in a configuration, so just go into the router, and I will just give the command, that is a show flash. Okay, so you can see some system flash directory it is showing here. So this there are three files are showing, and some length and name of the status it is showing. So you can see this is IR4300 universal, and some numbers are showing. So this suggests that this line suggesting this is the Cisco iOS images file, and the name is ISR4300, and this is a full featured operating system gets loaded from flash into the RAM during the boot up. So this is used for ISR4300 router, and the remaining files, file 2 and file 1. So this is showing signature definition files. Okay, so these files are used for features like Cisco IS, IPS, means intrusion prevention system. Then these are the showing the bytes, number of bytes used, number of bytes are available, and whatever the total configuration is, around 3 GB total is available. Then last one line suggests that's approximately 3 GB of memory it is available on the processor board, and read and write that indicates that flash memory is writable, means you can delete or copy the file. Okay, so the flash contains the iOS and IPS related XML files, so plenty of available space for upgrades or a backup. Okay, and the last one type, that is a ROM. So ROM stands for read only memory, and this is also a non-volatile memory, means the data does not get erased, and it contains the bootstrap programs and also the Roman mode. Okay, means it stores the bootstrap program used to initializing the booting process. Whenever the router gets booted, then the initialization process that happens into the ROM, and as a name suggests, read only memory. So in this case you cannot modify or alter any configuration, and it is also used for a recovery if any iOS is missing or corrupted. So these are the four types of the memory of a router. So if you want to see quick recap, so RAM means it is a temporary memory and it stores the running configuration. Second is NVRAM, means non-volatile RAM, and it stores the static startup configuration. Third one is the flash, means flash memory. It stores the iOS file images, okay, of a router. And ROM stands for read-only memory, and it contains the bootloader and some recovery tools. Means whenever the router is booted, this booted initialization process happens into the ROM. So that's it for the topic, and hope you understand this topic. And if you like this video, please do like, subscribe my video, and thanks for watching. Happy learning.